Yo, welcome back to more Parasyte the Maxim, episode 6. Last time, at the very end, Shinichi's mom was revealed to have been taken over by the Parasyte, who just happened to stumble across his parents while they were off in the countryside, because of course it still happened anyway, but so soon as well, so fucking soon, dude. Like, I didn't expect that for so long. I expect him to be gone for a while, maybe, and if something did happen, we wouldn't see it on screen at the very least, but no, like, literally like one episode after I'm like, or after like they leave, that shit happens. So Shinichi, this is a unmistakably a turning point for him, like just personally, like for him to like have to accept this, because he can't, he's in denial. He just got stabbed by her. Like, he's not gonna do anything. Like, if anything, like either that she's gonna have to retreat and then she'll remain a nuisance the rest of the show as something he has to deal with on a very deep level, of course, or Migi is gonna kill her, and then and then after that I have no idea, because that's the big question, is like, where does Shinichi go from here? How does he handle just life at this point? There's like whatever normalcy, like at a point where he's already questioning if he still feels as if he's human, if he already super paranoid and anxious about the protection of those around him, for his parents to just be taken from him like that, and for this to happen to his mother. It's like, fuck, man. Like what is it at this point? He might just at this point just go on a full hunting mission of trying to hunt down the parasites. Like, at this point, his parents killed, he might just go that route straight up, man, which could be interesting, but of course, would be sad as well. Man, it's a good ass show, man, for doing this shit so early, because it really, like, it's so in the dark now, and it kind of like quote unquote solves the problem of like, well, Shinichi is here, he has his life, he's going to school, his parents, like he's a normal like student life, but he's partially host to this parasite, and then there are those that he encounters, but yeah, man, this is like, so I don't even know. But this episode is called The Sun Also Rises, so maybe Satomi, remembering her name, Satomi will be that sun for him. Just a little, just a tiny glimmer of hope for him through all this. I have no idea, but things are looking real bad right now, real bad. So I'm super interested in seeing where this goes. But yeah, before I get started, I want to give a shout out to Solid for telling me some interesting stuff, especially about differences from the manga, which I find interesting, as like, for example, Kana's design, a new girl that we met last episode. Her design is way different in the manga than it is here. Like, where here in the anime she's got this scarf and pink earmuffs, in the manga she looks like, well, I'll post a picture of it on the screen, just this, this dark jacket, and I know it's black and white manga colors, but obviously you can tell it's a much more, honestly, more of an 80s design, which is fitting given, and that's the time period the manga takes place in, which they changed for the show. Like, she's got, the black leather jacket's pronounced, she's smoking a cigarette, which she may have done last episode as well. I know that she was hanging with those degenerates, but yeah, but either way, she is interesting, because her intuition, like even Migi said, is even more, I just had to remind myself again, than Satomi, because Satomi, we can already see that she has some intuition about Shinichi being off, right? And when they had the conversation last episode where she's like, you're weird, you're different, but I like that about you, and she points out not necessarily the things he finds weird about himself now, which is to do with the parasite. She doesn't know about any of that shit, but it's like, how he saved her last episode, right? Like, how he went that far for her. That is like what sets him apart, and that's what she likes about him. And also there's another difference from the manga, where in the panel it was much more the rejection, when he asked her to stay, he says, I want to spend the night, and she's like, nope, bye, and then that's it. It's pretty good. But yeah, and another thing with Kana is that when they first meet and she looks into his eyes in the manga, there's a scene of her saying that she likes her guys to have some animal in them, but that he seems more animal than man. So yeah, a lot more blatant in terms of like her finding that off about him, but yeah, she really can tell, it seems. So I guess we'll see where things go from her, how she'll be relevant to the plot. Her introduction is interesting, because it's hard to see where she fit. Like with Satomi, it's like you can see she's kind of like the love interest, and they might even go a different direction with her. Like, you can see like where that can go with her. But as far as with Kana, it's hard to say. She's like a little bit of a wild card where it's hard to see where she fits in the puzzle. But that's the cool thing about this show. It's like subverting a lot of expectations. The premise of it, to me, seems pretty unique. A lot of the themes are themes that I enjoy, and that because it has a unique take on it, like it can go in all these different directions. So I think that's really cool. Yeah, so that's enough talk from me because I'm ready to see how this situation resolves. If resolves is even the fucking right word for it. So let's check it out. Beginning the episode in 3, 2, 1. Yep, just picking right back up from here. God. So what do you even do? He can't do anything. I wouldn't do anything. Just die, I guess. Like, that's it. God damn it. But but of course that's the thing. There's no way he dies here, right? He has to live with this. He's gonna carry that weight. If you know, you know. Such a good opening. Oh god. Oh, and you see, you can really tell there at this point with the mom, because yeah, like the scratches open up like she's host to a parasite. But I couldn't tell before if it was that because it did look like that, or if it meant she was just straight up killed. Oh my god. You gay bulged him. Miggy. Damn. Holy fuck. And she just leaves. Miggy, what the fuck do you do? You gotta do something, dude. Yeah. But what? Merge with his heart? Oh my god. Holy fuck. If anyone can do it, it's Miggy. Yeah, the heart. My god. Ugh, so freaky. But it's the only shot. Thump thump. There he is. So he died for a little bit there. Nah, dude is... Alright, there you go. Oh, wow. Miggy wants to return to his right hand. Isn't that interesting? Oh, man. That did happen. Scandalous. That guy's not having it. I remember when he got pissed before. He's just like, oh. And back to here. Tonal whiplash. Sugar. Ah, interesting. He is supplying him and himself. There you go. Oh, goodness. Moshi mosh. I just want Migi's answer. That must be Satomi, eh? And of course he doesn't answer. Look at that. Both arms alive. Still alive, buddy. And she's gone. God. Maybe he wishes he wasn't alive right now. After this hell he's been thrust into. Yo. Damn. Gnarly. Thanks to Migi. Saved you. We'll be seeing her again. God damn it, dude. Oh my god. He wished so badly it was a nightmare. That's so real, dude. God damn it. Okay. Wait, is that okay? Oh my god, he's fine. They did get him. Oh my fucking goodness. Thank God. Dude, I'm about to fucking cry. Hello. That's crazy. I'm already 100 times more invested. God. No words. I guess that's all he can muster up right now. Oh, God. Of course she doesn't know. That's all you can say. God, she cares for him so much, dude. I don't think so. Yeah? Was that a nod? Ooh. Of course. That's the mission. Her specifically, of course. Yeah, Dad saw a monster to kill the witness, yep. Good question. Yeah, they must have had something. Yeah, that's true. Dude, the danger's never gonna end for those close to him. Oh, nice. Fortuitous. Oh god, how does he even describe this? They're gonna think he's crazy if he tells the truth. What? Return to the hotel. Oh my god. She really covered her bases. That's nutty. This poor guy, man. Amogus. Literally. It is her body. God damn it, I hate this. I believe. Oh my god. Now, normally this might be true. But he knows what he saw. Oh god. Oh my god. Because he doesn't know. He probably feels like he's crazy too. That's the worst part. He has no idea. Alright, Shinichi. But if Shinichi can talk to him privately, it might help. A little. Papa. I'm so happy he's alive, dude. Yeah, dude. You can't even cry, man. It's so heavy. By a monster. I mean, there's no other way to rationalize it. Oh boy. Is he about to... He's not even trying to hear it. He's really trying to deny it. He's really trying. I wish you could too, dude. Right, Migi. God damn it. But I wonder, would Migi really do that? I guess so. I don't know, man. Fuck. Oh, man. Migi's asleep. That's risky. $300. Oh, goodness. Convenience. Namiki in. All right. A compromise. I'd want to stay close too. Oh, it's her. Huh. Funny. Yeah, you saw that shit right there, dude. You got to. Keep him alive. Mm-hmm. Damn right, dude. Damn fucking right. Makes sense. Oh. A meal. Ooh. Good question. Is he changing more? Okay. Of course. Oh. I mean, did you? You changed as well. What's your weakness? What? Oh. Yeah. Oh. Now even that won't wake him. For 4 hours a day. Well, that's going to be relevant. That is a big weakness. That's really cool, though. Hmm. Naturally. Hmm. Yeah, to you both, so. Fair enough, Miggy. I respect it. Yeah, they did. Also saved itself. Uh huh. Exactly. Of course, it is ultimately self preservation. We haven't quite crossed that line. Yeah, he looked. His design very much reflected his mental state. It was very good. Bad, but you know what I mean. Tablet and the cell. Hmm. Well, Dad seems in slightly better spirits. His own eyes, his own senses, which are enhanced, seemingly. Of course. Hmm. For sure. Maki. Uh-oh. 200 meters away. Toward the beach. So much for the girlfriend talk. No, don't follow. Dude is driven by something you can't understand. I don't know if now's the time to ask that, Miggy. Or maybe it is. Yes. There you go. Holy shit, she made it. Oh, she better not die here. Oh my god. He didn't even try to hide that. He doesn't give a shit right now, dude. Oh my god. That didn't look like her. About him. Wait, what? Wait, what is it? Oh, don't cut there, dude. Come on, man. What did Miki just realize about Shinichi? He said he just became aware of it. So if Miki just became aware of it, is it like Shinichi's state right now? I mean, his emotional state is understandable, of course. He's filled with this rage towards this parasite that's taken over his mom's body and it's just going around, of course. Like, that is some... But we know that they highlight the changes that happened to Shinichi as a result of his connection to Migi. Now, Migi's recent fusion with Shinichi's heart and repairing it, we know it changed Migi, so it must have changed Shinichi as well. And maybe that's what Migi is specifically talking about. So I've never seen Shinichi jump like that, though we did see him stop a car, episode 1, so... And other superhuman feats. Oh boy. Oh god, that smile. Dark Knight's passing. One thing I want to point out that I appreciate from this episode that I didn't get to mention during was that along with the the design of Shinichi visually showing that he was of course like reflecting his mental state, also like the sense of just isolation that you get from his situation as well, because like even in real life when some really tragic shit happens to you or someone asks, like for example asks about your mom if she just passed and you just can't speak about it, right? Like it just happened, you're choked up about it, they don't know, right? It could be just an acquaintance asking, like even like that, just like not knowing how to answer, just answering very minimally, and just the reaction he has, it's just like really fucking real and relatable, and you really get the sense of how alone he is. Also like when what's her name, Maki? When Maki spoke to him as well, the new girl that he met, who was run after him and is probably gonna get in danger from the situation as well. Because Shinichi didn't acknowledge what she said, the fact that she was there, like, no, like, get out of here, right? You're gonna be in danger. Like, just jumped up right in front of her, didn't even bother to hide it. He's, of course, completely overwhelmed with his emotions, which seems natural to me, but given what Migi said about what he's just noticed about Shinichi, could be that Shinichi has changed more as well, possibly from fusing with his heart, because we know that changed Migi. Migi now has to get deep sleep for 4 hours, or he's not easily woken up, or has to rest. Migi has to rest during that period of time, so maybe a change has happened to Shinichi as well, and it might explain some of his mental state, why he's more readily able to answer the question of killing his mom, right? Because before, of course, we saw the state of denial, and then, you know, waking up from that and realizing it wasn't a nightmare. Like, not much time has passed, and it's a lot there. And I know time is arbitrary in terms of, like, you know, how an individual deals with these kind of emotions, but, you know, still, like, and maybe that's like why, like, him resolving to kill his mother's body that is taken over by this parasite, it makes sense, right? That just makes sense, but it is a predicament still, right, that he severely struggled with before, yet he is now very readily able to answer, which he could just be resolved. Again, that sounds like fine to me, but maybe that's what Migi means. I don't know. Either way, we'll surely find out next episode and who he encounters here, because that did not look like his mother from behind. I mean, I saw, like, the brown hair, I guess, around the back, but the clothing didn't really look like. So, yeah, I guess just another parasite. We'll see how this one is, I guess. Maybe they're like Shinichi, who knows? Hard to say. But this new handicap of Migi having to sleep is definitely is introduced a whole new wild card element to the show, where Shinichi is even more paranoid. He has to, like, maneuver differently and stay on high alert, and yeah, that's fucked up. His dad, of course, knowing what he saw, like, he straight up saw this monster kill his wife in front of him. Now he's being, of course, fed this explanation by these doctors. Now, of course, in reality, that'd be like, all right, maybe, yeah, sure, right? But he knows what he saw, so he's like, his brain is just trying to reconcile that, the denial of, like he knows what he saw deep down, but he's just like, he just can't deal with it, of course. Like, how the fuck do you rationalize that? You can't. You just... So, you know, man, I was so relieved to hear that he lived, but my goodness, for them both to, like, proceed from this point. He seemed, again, a little bit better spirits, you know, talking about, you know, going home, you know, replacing his tablet and phone, reading the paper, like, that's all nice. Of course, they're still in grief and all that, but yeah, because there's just so much more to deal with. But Shinichi is really bearing the burden of all this, man. Like, he can't even share with his dad of, like, what's really going on, because he's scared of Migi, like, retaliating, because if his dad, like, freaks out, like, if he learns Shinichi is also has, like, a monster, a bakemono, like, that he is hosting, he might try to do something to Shinichi, who knows how his dad will react, right? So especially in this case, that does make sense, right? That is a genuine concern to tell him in that case, because then Migi will react in that case as well. And they do have to, of course, remind us that though Migi did save Shinichi, that is ultimately to save him itself, right? Like, Migi has to save themselves, right? That is always going to be the case. We haven't quite crossed that line into, like, a selfless act for Shinichi, because, you know, Migi just lacks the capacity for that. But that, you know, here's the thing, we've seen that Migi has changed by further, you know, repairing Shinichi's heart. Who knows, maybe some other repair down the line or similar circumstance might even force that kind of change onto Migi, and he'll develop a new quote-unquote weakness, which is, I don't know, capacity for that kind of emotion. Now, I do think, of course, it could still remain interesting if they just maintain who Migi is and who Shinichi is, and they meet somewhere in the middle, you know, throughout everything they go through in this show, and you just maintain those two sides. I think that could be great still as well, just maintaining this, because it is good. But just, I don't know, the changes are kind of cool, and Shinichi noticing more of the changes in himself. Like, he's like, have I always had good hearing? You know, I've been good at hearing, but is that from my senses enhanced? We know physically, and like, his reactions and his strength is up there, right? And when we saw this episode, we were reminded he hasn't really done anything like that in a little bit of time. Especially last episode, he made it a point not to use Migi at all, which is, again, respectable. He's a great guy. But yeah, man, poor Satomi in the dark. You can just see on her face and her expressions to him and everything, she, you know, her visiting and her reactions to people when, you know, talking about him, like she really likes him. Dare say loves. But, you know, it's hurt that she can't know what's troubling him so much. Of course, he can't say, but, you know, hopefully, you know, she can be, throughout the series, like, Shinichi right now is so isolated, right? So isolated. And what may bridge that gap for her is if something happens to her, and then he will have to explain it, right? And then she's in the loop, and then maybe she can properly be his shoulder to lean on, right? I think beyond, like, of course she is the, like, the love interest, quote unquote, but you know, more than that, she can, you know, just be that person for him, you know, whether they end up dating or not, just someone, that person he can lean on, and vice versa. I think that'd be a very nice beautiful thing, you know. So I don't know, you know, hopefully that happens, and Shinichi can have someone to confide in, because he is so alone right now. He has Migi, but you know, and he has said this episode that he doesn't hate Migi anymore, that Migi did save him. We know the distinction there, but it's good that we've at least clarified that he doesn't necessarily feel that way toward Migi. Though I do think it's cool that Migi can, like, detect Shinichi's feelings, right? Like animosity, you know, affection. Like, Migi can detect that, which I think is cool and interesting. And I don't know if that's a new thing or like a change that has also happened in Migi, that he can do that. Could he do that before? I actually don't remember, or maybe it just never came up before and he always could, but I don't know. I think if that is a change, that could be a cool thing. But yeah, I'm pushing my narrative so far there, as you can tell. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of, let's see, let me highlight through the episode, see if there's anything I missed here. It was very freaky how he repaired Shinichi, though I thought it was also pretty cool. As we've introduced this new character, Maki, I believe. Zamika? Maki? My memory is being dyslexic right now. She is now very close to the danger, so beyond worrying about that, I wonder what role she'll play in the story, or if she'll just end up being killed here, and now Miki will have to deal with that. And maybe it will, like, come to his senses, like, fuck, I should have told her to leave, or I could have saved her. Like, I don't, like, it wouldn't surprise me if this show decided to further punish Shinichi like that. But yeah, I mean, overall, great episode, and I gotta say, my investment in Shinichi as a character, and just, you know, the emotional investment, like, is very high right now, which is great for by episode 5, but by episode 6, like, when they said his dad, like, was alive, and seeing Shinichi's reaction, and just like I felt it. I was like, holy fuck, he's alive. I felt it welling up in my eyes. I was like, god damn, dude. That's when I felt like, yeah, I'm into this show, like, on that level now, which is good, because that's when I have the most fun with the show, and it can fuck with me even more, which makes for a good reaction. So yeah, but that's it. I think all I have to say. Wait, is that English? That's all I have to say about this one. So I feel like I've been saying that a lot lately. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, if you want to see more of my reactions to Parasyte the Maxim, I do early access on my Patreon, so the link in the description. If you want to support the channel for $5, I do early access to this show, as well as every series on my channel. You'll get a few episodes ahead and be up to date with where I'm currently at. If you want to join in discussion, have me address comments you make at the beginning of the episode, feel free. But yeah, otherwise, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Peace.